WLAR, we're on Uncut Radio. So on the show today, we got the interview with my man Ray Pearson, formerly known as Tactical. Then we'll get into that. It's WLAR, we're on Uncut Radio. Told you I had the interview with my man Ray Pearson, so let's bring him in. Ray, what's going on, bro?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
Man, glad to have you on the show. I had you on before as Tactical, and when I finally got with you, I found out Ray Pearson, and I'm like, man, what's the difference? What's going on with Ray Pearson and Tactical? So, man, kind of tell me what's going on with that.
Alright, basically what it was is that I was going by the name Tactical since I was 13 years old. As recently, maybe about a month or two ago, I decided to drop the name Tactical and just go by Ray Pearson. And what that comes from was that I'm in the process of trying to become more of an artist without being looked at as a pure underground local artist. And that's basically, what the music was coming to. Like, there would be music I would make where it was like, that's not tactical, that's not the tactical we know. It's more like the evolving. So I felt like, where it all came from was that I was supposed to do a show, and somebody was gonna book me to open up for Redman. He decided not to because of every other artist he booked compared to me, and basically it was that the music I had was too underground,
really,
compared to the other artists that he booked, which is pretty much mainstream. Not that I would have gone mainstream, but compared to me and my everything that comes with it, he decided not to book me. So that pretty much made me, do I want to keep being looked at as this local underground artist, like that image, or do I want to be looked at more as the artist?
Wow.
And that's what it came down to.
So the Tactical, the rapid fire spitter with the, the hard lyrics, that guy is not gone, but you just kind of changing it up so you can put forth a better perspective to the people, right?
Yes, like Tactical is always going to be a part of who I am. People still contact. I don't have a problem with it because that's how I built myself. I built myself off of that name alone, and I decided not to use Tactical as my stage name. But I recently put out 2 mixtape compilations, and so I figured from now on, whenever I do, it'll be pretty much like a tactical presentation. It won't be, I'm not getting rid of the name, fully. The name is still a part of me in a lot of ways, and I still have, I don't feel like I've completely deleted that person. The passion, the hunger, the lyricism, it's still gonna be a part of me.
Just changing it up a little bit, huh?
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
Okay, so Ray Pearson, I take it that's your real name then.
Just incredible. Yes.
Okay. So it's not a lot of people doing that now. I mean, especially coming through with the full name. So I think that in itself speaks for what you're trying to do. You just represent. It's basically saying, like, this is me, and I'm putting me out there. So I feel that. Now, I know your family members, your father and your brother, they were both rappers. How did they kind of influence what you do and how you got into the rap game?
Well, my father, he used to rap, way before he had me and my brother. I think I don't know if they used to call it chapters back in the day, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And he said that he had did a chapter with Africa Bambaataa and
what?
Yeah. And I don't know what was it exactly. If I was to speak to him, break it down more, he could break it down more to what exactly was it, and maybe because my cousin DJ Heck Tech DJs from Bambaataa, and Bambaataa doesn't live so far from my cousin, so my cousins are trying to get my father to go out there so they can he can bring them around Bambaataa. But pretty much my father was a rapper back in the day before he had me and my brother. He had the chance to take it to another level, but because he had my brother, life settled in, and that's the route my father chose.
I know all about that.
It pretty much runs in the blood. My brother he's been a big influence on me, because we're two different artists, and that's basically like the tactical, and his name is Mello. We're completely two different artists. He's more of where I need to be, and so I asked him one day, I'm like, yo, how do you continue to write all these songs, like, and not die out, because it's not so mainstream, but it's still the artist aspect. And he looked at me and said, every day is a new story. You walk up the block to the store, that's a story right there.
Wow.
And I've always and I took the words, and I was like, you know what, he's right, because walking up the block to the store, so much can happen. That alone is its own story, and so that's something that happened. Something he told me. He also told me when I started rapping, metaphors. You gotta work on your metaphors, and that's something that I crafted. I perfected my crafting, and so I've always for guidance from him and almost everything.
Man, that's interesting, man, just to have that aspect, because a lot of people is getting into it blind, man, and they running with people that they find in the streets, or running with people that they meet somewhere, but like it's in your house, it's in your blood. So real quick, tell me about New York State of Mind. That's the first joint that we're gonna get into on the show.
New York State of Mind was produced by one of my producers, Psychotic Beats. New York State of Mind, pretty much, it's everything that I know of. Like, I'm in New York. I was born in the Bronx, so New York State of Mind is like, I'm from the city where everything is like everything I know of being from New York. And basically, when I had the record, I had a difficulty writing to it because I didn't know how to approach it, and everything pretty much made sense to me once Lil Wayne pretty much put it out there that he doesn't like New York. That was ammo enough for me to represent where I come from.
On WLAR, Raw and Uncut Radio, I'm here with my man Ray Pearson, man, representing where he from. Man, that shit is rocking right there, man. And it like it's not different from what I know from you, you know what I'm saying, before, but it's more polished, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, you want to be that artist, and it looks like you gravitating to that point, and I'm impressed. I know my audience is gonna be impressed as well. So with that being said, man, you mentioned in your bio information that Big Pun and Cuban Links is one of your influences. What is it about Pun and that influenced you to rap and influenced your style, so to say?
Well, everything with Big Pun was just basically like the lyricism, the flow, just like everything about Big Pun was like, to me, it was so crazy. The tongue twister, the dead in the middle of little bit riddle something. Like that alone was just like, wow. And basically, that's what his album Capital Punishment was like. That showed me from start to finish. I thought that was an incredible album that showed me like another way to go about being lyrical.
Because Pun was he was lyrical, but he was still street, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's where a lot of people got, when they listen to Pun, you fell in love with Pun because cause he where we from, but this nigga spit like like nobody that we hear as far as the metaphors and things we put together. I just thought that was real impressive, and I can kind of see like the song Light Work that you made. I can kind of see that influence and see how you deliver and how you come across, man. And I'm impressed. Is what other influences do you have that
the other influences that I have, obviously my brother Mello, Eminem, Cuban Link, and Jay-Z.
Okay. That's a vast list. I mean, but like you said though, that the artist aspect of it, man. So now you had your experiences in the game. You mentioned the story with Redman not being on his car because of your underground style, and you had the indie record deal. What transpired from the record deal?
Honestly, the record deal, I can't mention the name because I refuse to give them any type of publicity, but nothing came from that record deal. I was dealing with one person. I don't regret signing the contract. I wish I would have went about it a different way.
Okay.
I was there for two years. I recorded what was supposed to be my debut album, called Gladiator, and it didn't drop due to the person who was in charge. He didn't put in his part. He tried to blame it on me for the songs not being mixed, but he was the engineer. I wasn't. I recorded everything that I was supposed to, and it basically went down south because I also had him as my manager, and I had to fire him as my manager because there was a show that some people out in Coney Island requested me, and they wanted me to perform in their show. They even went as far as putting my name on the flyer. And I told him about it. It was on a Sunday, and basically, it's something that we needed the footage because I wanted to do the Wild Out Wednesday for 106 and Park. And he told me something about allowing me to do shows, and I felt like that was a kind of like an insult because
it's your music, it's your talent. You just he's there for perspective, not allowing you.
Yeah, like I would have did the show, with or without your permission. At the end of the day, a lot of the stuff that I was able to do while being with the label was through me. The only issue was that I was under 21, and so all people needed was a handshake. Everything was just a handshake, and they had to be there because I was underage. But everything that I was able to do, from radio interviews to performances, were all through me.
Wow.
And I don't know if he was taking credit for it, but to say that if he would allow me, because with or without him, I would have did the show. Basically, he tried stopping me. He tried stopping my project. While I was with him, I had started working with another producer called Agony Tracks, and we were recording mixtape. And I was close to putting that out. Then while trying to juggle both, everything was just not working out. And he tried putting me in somebody else's care. I remember the email he sent me, like, this person is gonna be handling everything with you from now to the end of your contract.
Hold on. Y'all had the handshake agreement where y'all friends at this point. You make handshake agreements with friends, and then he sent you an email.
Yeah.
To change things.
He you know, he was upset because I had fired him and everything that came with it. Because I told him, you know, like, basically I explained my frustrations, and I told him, you know, I'm gonna have to, you know, like, I don't wanna. Basically, I didn't like using the word fire, so I told him I'm letting you go as my manager. And then he said that this person was gonna be handling you from now on, and the person that he tried to put care of, one didn't know nothing about the contract, and he wasn't even a part of the company. So right there, the person who signed me broke the contract, because this person knows nothing of me. He knows nothing about my contract. They were naming things in the contract that wasn't even there.
Wow.
And I would know because I read the contract. And basically, you know, nothing good came with the label. A lot of promises. And it was a very, very bad business. The guy had me looking for all my beats on SoundClick.com. Every one of those beats weren't even purchased.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a very bad thing. You know, I say I don't regret it, because I don't regret it, because everything in life is a learning experience. You have to learn from one thing to mature.
Right. And it sounds like you learned. It sounds like you learned a whole lot from that experience too, man. So what's in store for you next, man? What you got on deck?
I'm in the process of getting ready to release my mixtape Cage Music. I'm trying to get another mixtape compilation done by the summer, by like June, July. I'm trying to up it up a notch. My last mixtape is very good. It was top 48 for the first top 8 for the first 48 hours, which placed us right under Yellow Wolf, who signed the Shady.
That's what's up.
So I'm trying to put out another mixtape, get another, probably pushing against us one. And then after that, I'm supposed to be meeting up with my team, pretty much the producers, and to explain to them, you know, I want to put out like a LP, maybe 12, 13 songs. Well, basically, yeah. LP 12, 13 songs, introduce Ray Pearson. That would be the title of my project. I want to basically explain to them, you know, the vibe of the album. So, you know, it's not something where you hear it, it's like all over the place. I mean, you know, I want to create a body of art.
Right. You want to do an album, not just a list of songs, man. And I appreciate that, man. That's what we looking for, man. For the real artists to show who they are, show it to the people, man. Ray, I appreciate you coming on to the show, man. And I got your back, man. So if there's anything I could do to help get you to where you going, because I know you going places, man, just please let me know. And fans out there, be sure to check out Ray Pearson, man, doing his thing all over the place. All in the Bronx, man, you find him, but this is social media world, so find him online, man. Ray Pearson doing this thing on WLAR, man. You want to shout anybody before we go?
Real quick, shout out to you for having me on the show. Shout out to my team, E-Fiends, BSMG. Shout out to everybody who tunes in. That's it.
All right, Ray, man. Appreciate it, dog.